your house. We'll talk a little wrestling when I'm in your house. In your house. In your house. I said I'm in your house. The one I'm in your house. In your house. In your house. Hey yo, we talk a little wrestling when I'm in your house. In your house. In your house. Yo, me, yo. California dreaming, make me stay scheming like Bobby the Brain Heenan. I'm out here, I got big steppers on my team, and the swagger leave them leaning. And if it ain't business, love, what's the meaning? I'm dangerous like Paulie when I'm coming to the function. Hard like Jimmy, I bring the doom to your dungeon. MVP, you get this hurt and this business. Hit this work, I'm the director, you should listen. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to In Your House, starring Hollywood House. This is the People's Podcast. Hey guys, you already know who it is. It's your boy Con, ready to get at work. When it comes to this professional wrestling business, that is what we do, and hey, we love it. So let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's alright. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, we can get to you. And it's time to look at the clock. I'm checking the time because the last time that I checked, In Your House was the hottest professional wrestling podcast in the Midwest, because we hit you with that work. Round the clock, you guys already know what it is, and you guys already know who I am, and that is the director, Hollywood House, ready to do another jam-packed and exciting episode of the podcast that you love to love, and that is In Your House. And hey, it's time to talk a little wrestling with a hip-hop feel, hitting you with those LA vibes. We're back. We gonna give it to you, Jack. We gonna give it to you in your house. And that is exactly what we're here to do as we come and bring it to you on the birthday of Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace, neighborhood Nip. Yo, we're coming and bringing you that work here on In Your House. And I got my mans over here. You already know them vibes. When I come through and I give you that work, the way that I give you that work, I got to bring my man with me, and that is the co-host of In Your House. And you know he's curating a whole lot of chaos wherever he's going, and that's the marvelous Mr. Bell. How's it going, brother man?
Yo, what up, my brother Con? What up? This is In Your House, and of course, if you're out the house, you got to ring the doorbell right to get in. So ring my bell, ring my bell, ring my bell. We are back, and It feels so nice. Now, don't get me wrong. We had a little break. Mm-hmm. You know, we did the rest and R&R, did the family and family stuff. And you know, we did the wrestling stuff. Of course, during that too.
Still staying busy.
Man, I have missed the household. I've missed this.
Yeah,
I've needed some just household therapy in my life, right? So like, I like this.
Yes, I'm here for it, man. Guys, you already know them vibes. Back here at In Your House, and it has been a little bit, as Bell had alluded to. It's been a few weeks. We took a little time off, you know. Adult situations, we was taking care of business, but you know what? In that time that we was taking care of business, a lot of things have happened. So much things have happened in the world of professional wrestling. I mean, you got Vince McMahon getting popped for all those NDAs. More in the last few weeks that have come out, and that's been crazy in itself. It's just like bang, 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 bang.
It's like the Cosby trial all over again, man. Like they just keep coming and coming and just like Vince, man. Vince.
Ooh, like, exactly. I'm sitting over here like Vinny. It's crazy.
Man. See, don't have heroes. Don't have heroes.
Man. So we got this stuff going on with Vince McMahon, and in the time that we've had this stuff going on, there's been a whole regime change within WWE. So we found out now that Stephanie McMahon is now the chairman, co-chairman, along with Tony Khan's brother, the other Khan, Nick Khan.
Is it his brother or his uncle?
I'm trying to figure out. It's all a conspiracy.
I mean, I don't know. Are they related? I got some people that name Bell, and I'm not. We ain't family like that.
I know.
I mean, I'll call him Ken, but you know, I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh man, so we got that going on. That's going down in the WWE, and this regime change has now put Triple H in a very lucrative spot within WWE, Bell, and now he's basically to dumb it down. Mans is the booker now. Yeah, talent relations, the booker.
And what is he doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? He's doing what, you know, a few years ago, this man, like this guy that not a lot of people like, right? Mm-hmm. But he stood on a platform. He wanted to make something great again, right? Mm-hmm. But you know the difference between that man and Triple H is that doers do.
Yes. You love to see it. Yes. You love to see it. I'm loving it. So
Triple H has the ball, and bro, he is quarterbacking the shit, if I can AEW myself, out of WWE right now. So thank you, Hunter. We had faith in you. We knew that all it was going to take was, you know, either Vince's death or, you know, his sudden, like, something drastic happened. I didn't know it was going to be.
I didn't think it was going to be this.
I didn't know it was going to be 17 females named Jenny. But
it's bad.
You know, by any means necessary, we got as wrestling fans what we needed, because man, wrestling is better. Wrestling is better, and it's going to cause other places to get better that I know a lot of people might be scared about, because I've heard rumors that, oh man, AEW might be done now. Like, ooh, yeah, but you know how the toxic internet goes.
I know how it goes. Right? How it goes.
Yeah.
You know, this change in regime here is great for wrestling. I was going in a few wrestling forums, because that's what I do. Sometimes I'll just sit up there and I'll stalk what people are saying, just to try to get a good feel on what the fans are thinking and see if it's something generalized or if it's just one person, or is this a wave of energy going this way. And the reason I say that is because I looked in those forums and the energy's different. There was no excitement for Monday Night Raw. They're like, oh, it's Monday. Now, there's some excitement. I'm looking for, like, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm looking forward to Monday Night Raw. That's great.
Wait. I think there's a more important part of this, is that it's because our last few Monday Night Raws have just, even though they're 3 hours, they've given us what we wanted.
Yes.
Given us what we wanted. We've had to stay just intrigued and in depth. You actually had to watch Raw in order to know what was going on, which is
so rare.
Saying a lot.
It's crazy. So I'm loving to see it. I know you're loving to see it as well. It's a lot to break down. It's a lot to take in, but you see situations like Scarlett and Karrion Kross returning, and not just returning and to being one of the top heels, as it looks like, in the company. Heel or babyface, or they're going to put him in the number 2 slot is what I'm understanding. And that's crazy to put him up so high from being not hired to hired, especially since you had Vince there and they had to go through that system. There's the system that they go through, and they just bring him right back and hit the ground running. Dakota Kai, another one. Io Shirai or Io Sky, she was out the door, you know, and now she's back. And in a stable with Bayley. Things have been shaken up since SummerSlam.
You know what, Con? I'm going to call a spade a spade, because a spade is a spade all the time. And you know what it is? We made excuses for Vince McMahon for a very long time. Yeah, it made you choke right there, right? That made you choke up because you're like, oh, that is true. We made a lot of excuses for Vince McMahon, and give him all the credit due. He was a genius at one time. He is possibly a horrible person too, depending on consent levels and things like that.
Right,
but
right.
And financial,
a lot of stuff goes into it. A lot of moral things go into it.
But we gave him a pass. Oh man, it's because he's so old. He need out of there.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to give them a pass anymore.
No, they need to be held accountable than they were before.
And I think they are there and ready and prepared to do so. So this is where we are at right now with WWE, and it's actually a great position to be in.
I agree. So there's a lot to take in as far as what's going on with the WWE and the shakeup that they've had. So I guess I'll ask you this. In your eyes, Bell, what are they doing so different than they were doing pre Summerslam? Can you pinpoint and I'm sure, and that's easy to tell, but I want to hear it. I want to hear it verbalized. What are the things to you that are keeping you compelled as opposed to you not being compelled just pre SummerSlam?
Well, I like I said a little bit before, is that it's kind of simple things, right? For me, it's the fact that I actually have to pay attention now in order to know what's going on,
right?
And which is sometimes hard for me because I'm gonna let you guys know out in the household I have ADHD. I do 15 things at once. I annoy my partner on the minutely. I know that's not a thing, but it is a thing.
We're making it a thing.
Yeah, so to force me to have to really pay attention, you have to give me something, and it's giving me something. It's giving me those old school feels of, oh man, I know this is happening right in front of my face. These people are in the foreground, but what's that happening in the background?
Yeah.
What? Wait, was that a wreck? Wait, are they arresting someone? Wait, is that who I thought it was?
Yep.
It's not rocket science. It's wrestling.
Yep. You're supposed they're supposed to have that aspect of anything could happen at any time.
Always. It's the most unexpected things ever. And I think we are back to that, and I am excited.
Me too.
To see wrestling again, because like I said, this WWE is instantly better now.
Yeah, it really is. Even in the match quality.
It's like in football, man. Like when you have a quarterback who's past his prime, but you got this young blood that's coming up in the draft, and you know that he's the second coming.
Yep.
He's the next best thing.
Yep.
Right. We WWE actually had the next best thing forever, but they put him on the bench, and they kept him on the bench. They almost Aaron Rodgers or him.
Yep.
And thankfully we have that now, and he wasn't past his prime, and he understands. He's making big moves, quick moves that made me personally realize that, okay, things were just happening because Vince McMahon didn't know what was going on. He didn't know who people were.
He didn't know his talent.
Yeah, he didn't know his own product. And now at least we have a regime that knows their own product, has an ear for their own universe. And maybe those things that they said in that promo way back when they made us a lot of promises. You remember WWE? You remember when you said that it's our universe and it's our voice, and you take what we say into account, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember.
I remember.
Oh man, I remember. And now we're starting to see these changes come to light. Karrion Kross returns. Bayley returns with a faction, which is great. They're finally moving along with the women's tag team tournament, which I have some thoughts on that. I really think that they've negotiated something with Sasha Banks, with Naomi, to bring them back. So after this tournament has come to an end and we have seemingly new women's tag team champions, that's going to go ahead and give Sasha Banks and Naomi that opportunity to come back and say, hey, these are our championships. We never lost them. You're not real champions until you face us. So that would be huge.
If Triple H is able to mend fences in the ways that he did with Karrion Kross, as we saw, he came back with his own character. I've also heard reports that he is in he is trying to change Doudrop's name. So maybe maybe we'll get a little bit older form. These things.
I'd like to see her be Piper Nivens again.
That would be amazing if we could get Piper back, but maybe they try something else. I don't know,
sure.
Yeah. But that's the number one get, right? It's Sasha and Naomi.
Yeah.
Even more than, hey, are the Garganos coming back?
Yeah.
It's Sasha and Naomi because of how things went down. And if anybody can mend these fences, I believe it's Triple H and maybe Stephanie McMahon.
I agree.
And hopefully, I think it may be easier on maybe Naomi's side as she has family ties, direct family ties, in WWE right now. But Sasha's decision is always going to be her own, and she has the ability to make any decision that she wants, even if it's like, hey, I don't want to wrestle no more, which I hope that's not the case.
Yeah, I agree. She's grew her brand, though. She's grew her brand quite a bit.
Yeah, she absolutely has, and she could literally go and do anything and probably be amazing at it.
I agree with that. One name that I want to see come back now under the Triple H regime, without a shadow of a doubt, is Bray Wyatt. I want to see it.
Absolutely.
I want to see it. I want to see how he can utilize Bray Wyatt in this new format of WWE. That's very interesting to me, is how can you make Bray Wyatt work in today's Monday Night Raw, today's Friday Night SmackDown. There's a lot to engage in right there, because in just a few months' time, Bell, we're going to see some really compelling characters, I feel like, and we're going to see some really good wrestling. And I would love the fact that not only all the stuff that we're saying has changed, bro, but also the fact the way that they're presenting the United States Championship, the way they presented the Intercontinental Championship, the Intercontinental Championship main event at SmackDown.
Yeah, did you see that video package from the other day?
I didn't get a chance to see it. I got to go back and see it.
Man,
I got to.
Pretty and pristine and just nice again. I
love it. I love to hear that.
I'm not trying to jump on anybody on WWE's, but man, just things seem better again. Hopefully we can get consistency with that, because when you're scoring, you just need a little consistency, right?
For sure, yeah. That's true. That's 100% true. You need some consistency. Yeah. So that's going to be the telling thing, because here's the thing. We've seen this before from WWE. We've been on this road before where things are good for a few weeks.
Fool me once.
Yep, exactly. And I've been fooled a lot. I've been fooled a lot.
A lot more than a little bit. This is big facts.
Man. And so if they can keep this up, and really give us a good next few months, because the next biggest thing that's going to be coming up in the next few months is going to be the Survivor Series. Then they're going to be doing their thing, riding into the Royal Rumble, and then boom, we hit the Royal Rumble, and it's going to be WrestleMania time. At that point, I believe that if everything goes the way that it seems like it could go, if they start to bring back these Sasha Banks, these Naomis, the Garganos, the Bray Wyatt, and bring these components back, I think we're going to have a really exciting WrestleMania season this year. As far as not only do you bring these people back, but also you give them a time to mix and mesh their respective brands into what could be a really exciting and fun show.
I love the fact that you are thinking about WrestleMania right now. My brain, oddly enough, has been going to, man, I wonder what they're going to do with NXT. Does it go back?
Yeah.
Does it go back to the old NXT? Can we get that old Raw NXT like it was? How are things going to change with that universe? And yes, of course, the upcoming pay-per-views, man, is Survivor Series going to be better this year?
Yeah.
Are we going to have a competitive, Survivor Series where
sure.
something is on the line and something means something?
Yeah, for sure.
Can we get that?
Oh yeah, I'm with you there. I'm 100% with you there. Make Survivor Series seem big. I've been to 2 Survivor Series myself, and they were great, but not a Survivor Series match that felt like back in the day when there was something on the line. So do that. Absolutely make it important, make it big. And what are they going to do with NXT? Are they going to try to retain the NXT that we once knew, especially with War Games coming up? Are they going to do War Games? That's also something to consider as well. So there's a lot to think about when it comes to the future of the WWE.
And that's not even to dog on NXT. I have recently gone back and binge watched, through NXT through Heatwave, and man, there are some really bright stars in NXT.
They're
right
in there.
Now.
They're there. Yeah.
They're absolutely there, and man, I want to see their potential now, as opposed to their potential with a Bruce Pritchard ran product as it was. So I'm excited for that.
There's a lot of excitement going around as far as the WWE. I also read some things that just the energy is different. You know what I'm saying? Like the vibe in the locker room is different. And everybody's just out there really ready to put on a good show. So I'm a firm believer that if the people in the back are motivated, they're going to be motivated to give you a great show. And
absolutely.
And that's what we're getting here with this build. You got to ask yourself questions like, you got Theory as Mr. Money in the Bank. He was a Vince McMahon guy. Is he a Triple H guy? And if he's not a Triple H guy, where's that going to leave him with the Money in the Bank? Are we going to see a situation where they take it off somebody and put it on somebody else, like with Mr. Kennedy? Or is he just going to straight lose? Or are they going to really just go with him? That's a big question surrounding Theory.
Well, I think Theory is a bright spot in my opinion. I've enjoyed Theory. I don't think that even his run right now as Money in the Bank champ has been bad. Now he has been, excuse my language, but he's been hoed over the last few weeks.
Man, it's been bad.
He's been hoed, and like we haven't really seen him. In the last few weeks. Now I know he had family issues and things like that.
Yep.
Because life. But yeah, you are right. It is going to be very interesting to see what they do with him in the future, how that Money in the Bank contract plays into anything. And what is Hunter's final vision for Roman? How does he finish this? How does this culminate? Because everyone knows that this is dry now.
Right.
Although this is probably the best iteration of Roman Reigns that we've probably ever seen. It is getting dry. You can only play numbers games with the Usos for so many times before people just turn on you, and it's not that good heat. It's that go away heat, and maybe we won't buy a ticket to heat to this. So I know we have to get through WrestleMania with this, but Like, how do we do that and keep this interesting? How do we keep Roman interesting through the next year? What's going to happen? What kind of tricks do they have up their sleeves? Is there a man named Dwayne around that will be making multiple appearances, or even just teaser appearances to come? So how does that work out? And how does that so many questions, man.
There's a lot of questions.
So many.
There's a lot of questions as far as what can happen. And the Roman Reigns thing is interesting because I do think that we've hit a point where it's like, okay, we want to see somebody else build as the champion, and part of me likes it. Part of me likes it because I get it. We like those long title reigns. We want to make stuff historic again. We want to make Roman Reigns feel big. Roman Reigns feels big. Roman Reigns feels larger than life. When he comes through and he says whatever city that they're in and then says, acknowledge me, they're eating it up. They're eating out of the palm of his hand. Now we need to understand that Roman is at a point in his career where he is bigger than the championship. The championship doesn't define him, and anything that he does within the WWE, people are going to follow because he's just been that guy, for so long. The question is, and the situation that they've put themselves into, that them being WWE, is who can beat him. Well, he's beat Brock Lesnar so many times. He's beaten every single opponent that you put in front of him. Who can he beat now that is going to be believable enough to beat him?
I think we are getting a very good taste as to what Hunter's ideas are for him, as we saw with Karrion Kross and Scarlett in the recent Raw or SmackDowns. They are going to be an adversary for Roman Reigns. Seemingly if he can get past, Drew McIntyre. I know it might be tough. Yeah, I know that might be a tough one for him, I guess.
I for one see Drew McIntyre as a top guy.
I do as well. I do as well. I don't feel like WWE has booked him that way.
I agree with that.
And we know that we know what's going to happen at Clash at the Castle. Am I wrong?
I feel like it's going to be a fuck finish.
We're already working. We're already working towards Karrion Kross and Roman Reigns in some aspect, and then whoever's after that, and then whoever's after that. I hope in this time that they are able to actually build adversaries for Roman Reigns, because that's what we need, is believable adversaries. It's not about Roman Reigns dominating. It's about, man, can he? Yeah. You got to understand that.
You got to have next guys up. There should be a line of guys ready to face Roman, to where it's a point where it's like, okay, we've went through a point where he's dominating everybody. Now it's got to be a thing where, can Roman Reigns overcome wrestler A? Okay, now can he overcome wrestler B? To a point to where it's like, okay, he's gotten through everybody, but he hasn't gotten through this last guy. And then this last guy is the one that's like, hey, I got you. I got your number. You know what I'm saying? And from there, a new star could even possibly be built depending on how you build that feud.
Well, I think we will be seeing more sub-level stars being built as top-level stars simultaneously to main storylines. I know there's a lot of words out there for some, if you're new to the household, or if you are just uncultured. I speak a little proper, and I use fancy words sometimes, but just follow me with that, because if Triple H, I think, has a way of multi-layering storylines and weaving them in and out of each other, and we're going to see a lot of these things here now, and it won't be just main story and then sub main story A, sub main story B no more, with the way WWE was really structured back in the day, if you really think about it, and in recent past.
Well, a lot of people talk about the Attitude Era, and a lot of the younger generation, they really pick apart the Attitude Era for a good reason. I'm not gonna sit up there and disagree and say that.
There's bad.
I mean, some of the wrestling wasn't good. Some of the wrestling was not good. But what I did like was the fact that stories did, like you said, weave into and through each other. Sometimes we'd see guys 2 or 3 times a night. Like after, like there was a point in WWE just in the last few years that if you saw, for example, if you saw the New Day opening the show, you're almost guaranteed you weren't going to see them the rest of the show. That's it.
Yes.
Their allotted amount of time was done, which is so overly produced. Like, it's got to be a thing where, okay, here's the New Day again. What are they doing? Why are they in a cut? Why are they in backstage with Drew McIntyre? Oh, they're dancing. Why are they dancing? What's going on? Oh, okay, so we're gonna see him again later on in the night. Blah blah. So it's got to be a thing where storylines are weaving and bobbing in and through each other.
Yeah, and I think we will see more of that, and I think we will see more of, hey, this is the main event tonight, and what's going to lead us up to that main event? These two competitors, what are they thinking? What are they really thinking? What's happening in their minds, sort of thing. And like, just in the last few Raws, just in general, they have been absolutely refreshing because we've gotten that where we're planting seeds for a lot of different things at once. And I think it's because Triple H understands that, like I said earlier, a lot of us have ADHD, so we need keep those.
The interaction going. We got to keep stuff going. Keep me engaged, and don't get too formulaic. I don't think things should be the same.
Overstimulate me.
Yeah,
but you can't understimulate me either.
Yeah, so, it's a happy medium. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lesson of life, household. Curator drops coming soon.
We love to hear it, man. So that's what's going on in the realm of WWE. We got Monday Night Raw. That's coming on tonight. When you guys listen to this, it is going to be a Monday afternoon on the 15th of August. We just decided to drop a nice little episode on y'all because we haven't dropped an episode on y'all in a while, and there's a lot to talk about. There's been so much to engage on and to bite down on. So for this here, we've been doing some things ourselves. I know myself, I traveled over to Columbus, and I got a chance to once again be a part of Emerge, and they had their fair fight, Emerge 61, and it was a movie, as it always is. So we had Sam, my man, the right hand of God, the enforcer of the set. He came through, and he picked up a victory against Arthur MacArthur. And Arthur didn't see it coming, because what happened was that we got a chance to formally introduce Emerge to the new members of the set. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. But also, we had my man, World's Most Dangerous Game, the Ronin Maker Paragon. He was defending up against Big Beef. And they had a match for the Emerge Outbreak Championship that saw the Yakuza of the set come up, retain, get it again, Big Stepper. You already know the vibes. It was a movie.
Big steppers do big things, and that's what Paragon did, and that's what the right hand of God, Sam Knight, did. And would you expect any less? Would you expect any less from the set? Would you expect any less from its members of the set who expect greatness and expect results? That's I know you went out there and did your thing, Con.
As always.
And as always, I know none of those people in stupid Columbus, Stewartville.
Dumb as hell.
I know none of them appreciated you.
Of course
none
not.
of them.
Never do.
Did they get you that cheese tray I sent you?
No, they didn't.
You can't trust anyone these days.
Trust them. You can't trust them. You can't trust them. But that's the thing about the set, is that we can trust each other. And we wanted to make sure, just have a little insurance policy that we was going to be done with Arthur MacArthur, be done and over with. So we introduced the new members of the set. And the new members of the set, man, we was happy to have them. That is Kindle Fire, Mr. Broadway himself. And he came through and gave Arthur, make sure Arthur MacArthur got a Broadway beatdown. And with him was the Queen of Cubs, and that is Haven Harris. And she came through and just made sure that the job got done. We all came together. It was a big stepper situation, and the set was there. But yeah, man, Kindle Fire, Haven Harris, and together they're off script. They're there to make sure everything goes according to plan and nothing goes off script. So they came through, and man, they've been putting in a lot of good work. They're from the Illinois area, bro. From right there. Yeah. And so you know there's some Chi-Town representatives. You know what I'm saying? Some Chicago getters. Yeah. Some Chicago getters ready to get after it. Ready to get in that work. Put in that Broadway beatdown, Queen of the Cubs. And they, like I said, they've been doing some good stuff with like EPW. They've been working out there. And it's really been great to see their growth. As I've been seeing it for the last few months. I got a chance to meet these young people at Heroes and Legends, the last show that they did in Fort Wayne. We did do a show over in Tennessee for Heroes and Legends, but it was the one before that. And that's where I got a chance to get introduced to Mr. Broadway and the Queen of Cubs. And they were just real respectful, you know what I'm saying? And were just ready to learn. And they went out there and they did their thing in the Battle Royal. And they took an opportunity. That's what they did when they did that Battle Royal over at Heroes and Legends earlier this year. They took an opportunity. Absolutely. They took a chance on themselves, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I respect that type of grind. I respect that type of tenacity to bet on yourself.
That's all the set is, and that's all I think we've been trying to tell people is, man, all of us are go-getters.
Go-getters, straight up.
You know, I know Kevin Gates said he got 6 jobs, but we have 16 people. Not really, but and all those people have 17 jobs.
It's facts.
We do nothing but what's that? What's that, Con? What do we do?
Put in that work.
Work.
Put in that work. Put in that straight work. And that's what I saw in Haven Harris. That's what I saw in Kindle Fire, is 2 young people ready to put in that work. So what did I do? I made sure that they were able to not only be in a situation where they can be looked after by people that's going to try to do right by each other, but also try to get them some opportunity. And they found some opportunity at Emerge when they came and they knew what the role was. You know, they stuck to the script, and we made sure that Arthur MacArthur went down for the count. And that was partly due to these young people off script. And I'm excited to have them here in the set.
They knew what to do, and they got the we heard this more in the private DMs, right? Sam gave his approval. He said he likes them. He likes them well, in only the way Sam that can,
for sure.
Right? But of course, right? So he has the approval. I mean, I know that we've been scouting them for a while.
Yeah,
I know you have their approval. My approval. Yeah, not that but.
It matters. Yes, it matters.
Yes,
it matters. It's a set. It's a family. Come on now.
It's yes.
That's what we do. This is what we building here. This is what we building here. It's supposed to be some Death Row Records type, Murder Inc. type shit where we just all out there eating and going and getting it. You know what I'm saying? Just straight eating. That's what it's all about. It's supposed to be that tenacity, that grind. That's what the set is. You know, that the set is a mentality. It's that Sankofa spirit. Go back and get what was supposed to once be yours. You know, Sankofa set type energy. And that's what we putting out. And that's what I see in those young people. They came through. They understood the role at Emerge. They knew what they were supposed to do. And, if you guys get a chance to, head on over to Emerge's page and check out that proclamation that we all put out. Myself, Sam, P, and Off Script. a straight proclamation on the entire community, on the entire universe that is Emerge Wrestling, because the set is coming to take over every single thing in Emerge. I've been saying it since day one, and we're sticking to the plan.
Absolutely.
So you guys need to go check out Kindle Fire. You guys need to check out Haven Harris. They're very talented young people that are open to learning the craft of this business, to learning what you need to do, and they're gonna find themselves, if they can stay in the mindset that they're in now, because this is a business where some good things can happen and it's gonna get straight to your head and you're gonna feel like you can't be touched. But one thing you gotta understand is that you never gotta say it could never happen to you. So always keep your head, stay hungry, stay humble, and go out there, because I can tell you that those young people are going to be in a lot of locker rooms in the next year or so.
I can already tell too, just from my small interactions with them, they have the know-how, the mindset, and like you said earlier, the go-getter attitude, which is what the set's all about. For sure. And man, what the set is all about is going and getting it. And what we gave y'all is a real great episode. We talked a whole lot about some great stuff, man. And I really enjoyed this episode here of In Your House. But we got to let people know where they can hear and see and follow everything that our man, our curator of the set here, the marvelous Mr. Bell, where he's doing, what he's got going on. So, yeah, you. So let them know where they can find you at and where they can follow all the chaos that you curate. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, do not adjust your speakers, because you do not want to miss out on this marvelous me. Yeah, I said that right. You don't want to miss out on the marvelous me. I am the marvelous Mr. Bell. You can find me at Curator Bell across all social media platforms. Please make sure to even go on Pro Wrestling Tees and check out the Curator. You can get a dope wrestling shirt. Maybe not this one, because you find this one on the In Your House page, but you can find a dope wrestling curator shirt, get you some curated clothing, and you can always see me at AACW. I'm still doing the radio thing, but I've been off of everything for a little bit. For sure. So, but we are going to be getting back to that. You may even see me back on the Kokomo Press. I know I've been back away for a little bit, but we got some things working. We got some things good grinding. Stuff. I'm always working. I'm always about that work, and trying to get all my people on, right? So, and of course, you can find me right here working hard as hell on In Your House.
Absolutely.
All you got to do is ring my bell, Curator Bell.
Hey, you got to ring the bell so you can get into the household, and you guys are definitely a part of our household here between myself and Bell, and we really appreciate you guys listening, really appreciate everything that you guys bring when you guys come in your work day. Maybe you're shopping, maybe you're in the car driving, maybe you're going to pick the kids up and whatnot, maybe you're just cleaning and you just like to hear some good wrestling content, because that is what we bring you. And because we bring you that, we appreciate you for bringing your ears. It's always appreciated. And so for that very reason, I want to let you guys know where you guys can follow this great podcast at, and then where you can follow myself at. As far as this podcast, you can find it on all forms of social media. That is IG, that is Facebook, that is Twitter, and that's at In Your House. That's HOWSC. And of course, me right here, your boy, Hollywood House, the big stepper himself, the director of the set. You can find me on IG at The Hollywood House, and on Twitter and on Facebook at Hollywood House. And once again, that's HOWSC, and the W stands for work. So let me let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's all right. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, we can get to you. Hey guys, you already know I'm big stepping with the set, with Sam Knight, with Paragon, with my man Bell. You already know them vibes. Check out Off Script. Guys, head on over to www.prowrestlingtees.com/inyourhouse. Go on and get this work so you can get that shirt. You see the one that Bell got on. And guys, I'm here to tell you once again, because we're always going to tell you, get on or get gone. Because the household, well, we still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Peace.